Big brother, it's big brother. It's my brother, it's your brother, it's our brother. It's his brother, it's her brother, it's their brother. On past the gravy, bro.
What is going on, gang? It's Past the Gravy, bro, and we're back for another Sunday night episode recap. We got me, Alex, we got Emma rejoining the gang, and we got Allison back at it again with us. We are going to be recapping the pressure cooker. I was so excited about this episode, and I feel like it kind of lived up to everything, even though we all kind of watched a lot of it. I feel like throughout the feeds, like it was cool just seeing like the Kaser discussions and all that shit. And like I thought they did a good job playing it out.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was nice because, I mean, first of all, I will eat my own words. Last Thursday when we said that, I thought that it was going to last for like maybe 7 hours at most.
We all thought that.
I was also with you there, so that's not just on you.
And they were like, I mean, America let go. I think they were 15 minutes shy of beating the record.
It was 43 minutes and 50-something minutes I saw on Twitter today, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, so they were like super close to beating the record. They were just shy of it. And honestly, the fact that, and I do know America could have won. She was in one of the Mr. Beast like competitions where she held onto the app for like 60 hours or something.
What?
Good grief.
Yeah, she said that after 3 days she started hallucinating because she was sleep deprived.
And she didn't win that?
No, she came in 14th.
People are crazy.
I mean, I don't know. There was like Cameron wins it. We all know that going into it. Like recapping it, like we could run through like what the prizes and the punishments and stuff were, but like
well, also that Jared was so scared. Like you get to really see and hear their thoughts on why they got out, because everyone would be like, "Oh, I thought that they threw it. I thought that they threw it." Some people definitely threw it, but Jared being so scared of what might happen and getting out it's sweet. I love those.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Like dancing Izzy, like I'm trying to do anything to like curve off the cold, the sleep.
Dancing Izzy was amazing.
Dancing Izzy went on for a lot longer than they really let us see there, but like her dancing, we were making gifs of it already. Like immediately after the show was over, when they put the feeds on, like that was fairly early on. And you're like, oh shit!
Yeah.
Like what was crazy was Emma and I stayed up until about midnight, I think, watching that, and then we were like, all right, well, like, hey, let's just leave on the TV. We'll mute it and just leave the TV on, have the 4 screens up. And so like when I wake up at 3:30, I'll just like check out, like, okay, who's out there? And it was
I wake up before you woke up, and like just to see night vision on the TV and people standing around, it was kind of creepy. And I was like, oh, if I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what are you watching?
I had it on at work, and it was definitely a weird conversation with people. What are you watching, bud?
Just
these people have their hands on this button, but they can't let off the button or else they're out.
It's called a pressure cooker.
They can't let go.
Although the quality of the pressure cooker much better this year.
Yeah, it was tight, but it was really funny because like we went to bed and I was like, man, watch, we're gonna miss all this. We were talking about how short we thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
And we fell asleep, and like when we went to sleep, Jared and Sari were out already.
Yeah.
And Izzy was still dancing. Then we saw Izzy drop, and then we went to bed. And no one else dropped the entire time we went to bed. And I was like, that was the fucking best time to like go to sleep, wake up ever. It just happened to coincide perfectly with my schedule. And I was like, oh, dude, I didn't have to update anything. Like I could have just watched this and stayed up forever and had nothing change. Yeah. But I got like a couple hours of sleep.
Yeah, I texted y'all when I woke up, and I was like, oh my God. It's still going.
We're still doing this.
Because I really thought like, okay, you know, like, if they have a couple people left, like I'll have it on in the background at work. But like I wasn't like hardcore watching it. I was just kind of paying attention to what was going on. I was working obviously, but then like I was like, well fuck, like the whole squad's still available. Like, okay, we'll just leave this on all day then. And it just turned into a whole day event. But like that's what like we didn't get to really enjoy it like that the first time around, and it's like they need to do more shit like this. If the pressure cooker is not there every year, like I'm gonna lose my mind because it is so much fun to like. It's like watching, like it reminds me of watching a football game and like everybody's on Twitter and you're like, dude, yeah, that team sucks. That was a stupid play. We're like, oh, dude, so and so just dropped.
It's an
like,
endurance challenge everyone can be a part of.
And we're all just kind of experiencing it together. The memes were fucking hilarious. Like it was like Big Brother needs to just embrace that and give us more shit like that. And I know that they want us to watch the Sunday episodes, but I'm pretty sure everybody that watched it live tuned in just as excited as we were tonight to watch the pressure cooker to see how they edited it.
Well, yeah, and I mean, and I don't know if they did this the whole time, but at the beginning when Jared and Suri got out, they cut the feeds for the Kaser video. And like all that. So like I didn't know. I had to go look up what everything said or like what all the cards were afterwards.
Well, because they would kind of like give hints, but you didn't really know exactly what it was, or like just the flies for 2 consecutive times now, though. Like bad idea on that because they're all dead. I posted a meme and it was just Peter Griffin as he falls on the stairs. It was like, release the flies, and it's just they're all dead. But when they showed them when they opened the box, it was just
they were just on the bottom.
And I wonder, if they were like, could you guys swat around and make it look like there's some flies in here?
Oh, Nicole said that she was out because she was swatting at a fly.
Yeah. But
they're like, guys, family.
They were talking about how cold it was in there the whole time, and that they were like blasting like 40-degree AC at them. And so like some of them were talking about like there had to have been like a heating plate underneath the snakes.
Oh yeah.
Or they would have been dead.
And all of those snakes weren't real, right? Like there were some that like I felt like didn't move and they were perfectly coiled up for the entirety of the time. But then there were definitely real ones.
What's the point?
Because people are scared of snakes and they wanted to like add to it.
I'm scared of snakes, but I'm not scared of a snake inside a container.
Yeah, they're not coming out.
And like they're not gonna let them get out because they could get trampled, cold, whatever. So
I would have stomped on all those fucking snakes. If they put them on the ground, like I would have been like, I'll kill them all. I'm gonna kill them, CBS. I'm going to kill all the snakes.
And it was snakes. And I was like, this is useless as the flies.
I don't know.
No, I agree. I think that I like when they do stuff. What was it? Was it Camp Comeback where they made them do the competition where they had to like dig in a thing of snakes?
Yeah, I think it was.
I like when they do that because that is a legitimate fear for people. But like these snakes, incredibly contained. No one should have been afraid.
Well, and like there wasn't even like at first it looked like it was just a circle, but it was like they had a top on the thing too. So it's like they had it. Like I'm not saying like I wanted to go and jump out, but I want the element of that.
Yeah,
I want the element.
Yeah,
and just like let one kind of go in a corner. Like that would be funny.
But they had to protect them from Matt's pee corner.
Right, Matt did pee. They did not show that on the feed, similar to when Jackson peed himself. At another endurance competition, they didn't show Matt, but apparently it really smelled, and I saw them complaining about it. Like, they're like, "Yeah, Matt's pee really stunk. Like we had to sit with it the whole time."
I did. One of them said something like when Jag was out and they released the sewage perfume, they were like, didn't really smell much different than Matt's pee.
Ooh.
So they had already been smelling that smell.
I wonder if Matt needs to go to the doctor.
Maybe asparagus or something.
Maybe.
Was he a have-not that week? Or was he a have-not the other week?
The week before.
Yeah, because he was a have-not with Riley.
But I could also see that going on.
That's true. Like that's a lot of vitamin.
Yeah. Or if like he had coffee right beforehand.
Yeah.
That's a factor.
Did Matt have a natural? Todd in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat is joining us. If you're listening, you can join us right after the episodes on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page. We got Ashley, Angela, Daniel, Danielle, Todd, Beans with us, Quentin, and a bunch of other people. Raymundo's with us in the chat. Appreciate you guys all joining us. But Todd says, speaking of Matt, did he have a natural advantage when they started blasting the metal music? I mean, I would guess since he's hard of hearing, probably he didn't hear it as
I
much.
thought he was deaf.
He is deaf, not hard of hearing.
Right, but he's deaf. He's deaf, but like, yeah, I'm saying he's had a cochlear implant, which would just make him now he's more hard of hearing. Because
he apparently
hears.
he said something about like he like either really turned down his hearing aids before the competition or like didn't turn them on.
Oh, I couldn't tell by his confused look every time Kaser came on the TV, and he was like, "America, what is it?" It's like,
Yeah.
you can't put him by the
What's
TV.
the pressure cooker?
You can't have him by the TV and then, have him be so confused about what it's saying.
He might not have known there was a TV. He's just like, fuck.
No, you can see him turn around and look at it and then look at America and then kind of like look around to everyone else just to see what their facial reactions were doing, to see if he needed to be scared, mad, or confused.
He did a good job
like,
pretending to like fake it. And like, I
And you
think
could hear America go, "I don't know what he means." And it's like,
But
that's not what he's
also-
asking. He needs to know what he said.
But also he would have had the same face anyway because he has no idea who Kaser is.
That's true.
that's true. Yeah.
He was like, who's that?
Who's that? What's
Eddie.
a pressure cooker?
In our chat says, how long would you guys last? I think I might have been telling Allison on the Thursday night when we were kind of narrating along to what was going on. I was like, I don't know. I know I wouldn't win Big Brother, but if you put me in the pressure cooker, like I would stand there for 6 days. Like I would just not. I would not give. Like I am stubborn as fuck, and like that would be the one comp that I can tell you like 100% I would not lose. Like
Do you
Cameron,
consider yourself to be stubborn?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. But like Cameron, like watching his chats with everybody, like he. I mean, this isn't really a spoiler, but like every time he had somebody come into the room when he was just running through the house, he was like, I could have been there till Sunday. Could have been there till Sunday. I could have been there till Sunday. I could have held that button till Sunday. Like, I would have done that for 6 days. Yeah, I would have absolutely done that. And
I
just
mean,
not. There's no chance my hand was coming off that thing.
That was the story he was trying to tell when he was like, "Can I tell y'all a story?" And Jack said, "Literally, no one can stop you."
That story.
Well, but
And
then
that
he tried to tell it like 3 or 4 times on the feeds. I feel like,
he
and like
did.
never
It
got
was-
through it.
No, it was the equivalent of like somebody retelling a joke that they think is funny, but nobody else is laughing at, but they think it's just because nobody heard them.
Well, because it didn't get finished. Yeah, guys. Todd says he would see me winning the pressure cooker simply out of spite. I'd be like, "Fuck you, I'm winning this." That's exactly what I would do. Yeah. Why do you think I've been eating crawfish for 188 straight weeks? Because somebody was like, "You can't do that." Still doing it.
So
Waste of
upsetting.
money.
It is. Still don't see why a guy who never made the jury in any season hosted the comp. Because he's Kaser, dude. Kaser's cool.
It's why he got out on his first season.
Famous for it.
They go hand in hand.
Yes.
Famous
You got-
for it.
He got fucked by the pressure cooker. That's why he's hosting it.
Cameron and Kate's saying that Cameron had no accent in his DRs. I didn't notice that. Did y'all? Any of y'all?
I noticed Red.
Red's accent has dropped. Red, I think, plays his up more for on camera.
Yes.
I think Cameron just has one of those accents where, and this might be because this might be different for people who don't live in somewhere that's considered the South, but like sometimes people have an accent and you can hear it, and then sometimes you just get used to it and it's like, oh, they don't have an accent anymore.
Yeah, well, I think when he's like Space Cowboy, he has an accent. And then when he's not Space Cowboy, he's regular
We
Cameron.
ain't talking about the chillers. I gotta get done for the chillers.
He definitely plays it up. But I think that sometimes where it's like, I don't know, I know some people that have an accent sometimes, and then
I do. Yeah, sometimes Hillbilly slips out, but
yeah, it happens to me too. Sometimes I'll be like, the hell did that come from?
y'all.
I
Can we
do.
talk about how Red looked like Santa in the night vision?
Or a bit wet. Well, I already said.
Yeah.
We're calling PETA.
Mistakes.
Ashley says America had no reason to drop Cameron, was not going to put her and Corey up no matter what. But like he had to play it that way. Like, you had to sell her on like.
Yeah.
He's been
Yeah.
practicing his speech to her.
Oh, he had been.
I
But
was
also,
mad when
metaphorically,
Nicole walked
like,
away.
Petting her and like,
I-
hey, here's exactly what's going to
I've got
happen.
this.
Sorry.
I've got this. I was like mad when they let Nicole walk off. I was like, where is she going? She's not one of
Yeah.
3. She has to stay there. And they're like,
Well,
maybe
and then
she's
she
going to the
came
bathroom. I was
back
like, that's not
in.
I
fair.
think bathroom fluids, like
I don't
just
know.
an essential Big Brother check on her.
Maybe. Whatever.
Ken was in the army, so he was used to standing up for a long time. I definitely do. He had said that a couple times in his like talks with people. He was like,
That was his story.
Military training. I'm used to that. I would have beat him. I would have beat
They
Cameron.
invented cool story, bro, for guys like Cameron.
So I think they let Nicole go pee. I do think that.
Yes.
I definitely do, because I think Felicia even was like, "Are they letting her go pee? Look, they're talking." And it's like, unless that was like strategy, but I don't really think that should have been allowed. That should have been Nicole should have had to be there, because that's the whole part of Big Brother, where it's like you either gotta kind of like whisper to people if it's up on the wall, or it's like, hey, they heard them make a deal.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like that's so, like, everybody knows that happens now. Nobody's trying to be secretive about deals.
That's true. I mean, everybody knows which side of the house everybody's on, except for Suri, who's on every side of the house, as we saw. That was really the only other non-pressure cooker stuff. And then America and Corey showmancing, which I'm honestly, I did not think that was real.
I'm so excited.
Like, until America said it
love
on the actual DRs, I was like, there's no way.
I love it, and I
She's
think
too old.
it's so funny that, like, he was doing a cam talk one time and was like, I hope that everything that's happening with America isn't uncomfortable to watch, because it is uncomfortable to be a part of sometimes.
Oh,
He's just so, like, innocent and sweet.
He's just 21 years old.
I know. But, like, I mean, he is so funny. There's also a video of them. I sent it to you all earlier where he's just like, oh, yeah, well, my secret is, I'll finally tell you, that I just fuck all the time.
We retweeted that. If y'all want to go check it out, Pastor Ray. But Wheezy, what are your thoughts?
So funny.
Wheezy's popping her head up, trying to weigh in.
Easy.
Then Angela saying she's saying Matt pissed himself. He did not piss himself. He whipped it out and he peed on the floor. So it's like not
he
the same.
turned around.
Is there video?
I mean, yes, it's on the feed.
You're gonna go
Well,
watch.
that guy who every other week talks about, I can get out of the shower naked.
I would accidentally. I'm not gonna go stare at
I look
it.
for those.
Oh, you do? You
You
pervert?
look for those. I'm
pervert?
still being you.
Emma's the #1 person on the subreddit Big Brother Bros.
NSFW.
Yeah, Big Brother not safe for work. Exactly.
So we don't condone going to that. Don't
Show
go
me
to
that flaccid pissing.
Oh my gosh, nothing better.
Yeah.
No, he turned around so he wasn't on camera. He also kept calling it a pecker. He was like, if I whip my pecker out, which that's not, he's
funny.
not Southern, but
My fire hose.
He's one of those.
calling it a pecker is automatically Southern to me.
That's how he
Um,
says
My
it in
pecker out
naughty text messages too.
He's from Louisiana.
with pecker.
You want a pecker
He's not
pick?
from Louisiana. He just lives there.
You want a pecker
He's
pick?
from California.
He would be
Let's start calling dick pics pecker picks.
It's a pecker pick.
a little pecker pick.
Red would say pecker.
Pick a pecker.
Yeah.
Pecker picks.
When I'm poking on my pecker in my holler. That's what.
Poking on your pecker.
I don't know. I am not stuff.
That sounds, you know what? That sounds like you're playing it like a flute.
Eddie, I see your comments. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit.
Izzy doesn't poke a pecker.
How many
see.
folks can
She's a good flautist.
I see Eddie's comments. We'll talk about that in spoilers here in a little bit. But really, like, okay, prizes. Run into the prizes. Suri got beer and shared it with Jared. And then Jared was kind of buzzed.
Nobody wanted to talk about how Jared just
Was
any
oh,
other
I'll take
person-
your beer.
Yeah, you would have to like strategically think, do I get something in return? Are they gonna ask for me or something? You know.
Well,
it's just
but the
like,
beauty was
"Mommy!"
like they were just by themselves, so it was kind of like you didn't have to think about it. You could just. She was like, "I don't drink. You can have these," and like she could say that, and then that's an easy.
No, I would still
I feel
be
like he had one before
beer.
she started talking
Yeah.
about how she didn't like it.
True. Well, I mean, also,
She probably just naturally was like, "Here's a beer, son. I'll hold this one." You know.
you're right. 'Cause Jared is definitely the most
Yeah.
tactical Big Brother player that wouldn't do anything that could ever possibly raise suspicion or anything that could blow their cover. We'll talk about that in spoilers. We know
Nobody
he's a
talks
tactician,
about it.
a tactician of the game.
am ashamed of how highly I had him ranked at the beginning of this.
If Suri was allowed to
He's
give
gonna
Jared
win
a
the whole
whooping in the
thing.
house, would it be? Would be you allow it? Oh, I don't know. Like, could she spank him? He was like, no.
The faces that she makes when she has been talking to Izzy about how she's gonna talk to him, and she's not gonna like, I don't know, like cut any corners, and it's just gonna be straight up for him. I'd be like, I would be terrified if that were my mother.
Yeah. Strategies to Suri should have been to give a beer to anyone still in it, sabotage them to make them pee. Yeah, but I don't think you're allowed to give prizes to people that are still in there. I'm not sure what the rule is exactly, because I remember in the first one they couldn't drink if they weren't out, right?
I think just strategically that would be the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
To try and make him go pee.
No.
But yeah, I would
No,
say no.
To choose to drink anything while you were still in if you were trying to win.
No, I agree. I would be like, yeah, I'm absolutely not doing that. But it was, yeah, I don't know. That was a good competition. Suri got the beers, and then Bowie got an actual pressure cooker, which I thought was funny. I had no clue what it was.
Bowie James.
All right, it's not a knife.
Does that mean that she didn't understand what was happening inside of, like, with the name of the competition?
Probably.
Like, she was just like, okay, sure.
Down under.
Then we got Blue got $1,000,
which is surprisingly a low amount of money. I understand we're pretty early in the game, but usually it's $5,000.
Well, Reds also seemed like he just got Paramount Plus, which I was like, did they just have no prizes? Like, did they have nothing to give away? But then it was like, we got a home theater
system. Yeah.
Right. No, but like when they explained that part, okay, that makes more sense. But it was like, I thought, like, because on Twitter and stuff, it was like, and Red got Paramount Plus for a year. I was like, wait.
Hey, that's $50.
Neat.
Woo.
I think Jokers had translated it to Paramount Positive. Which is a plus sign. And I was like, oh, what? What is that?
I think Plus. He can watch himself.
He seemed like he didn't even know CBS was on.
What the hell's Paramount Plus?
Big Brother was on CBS.
What?
He was like, who?
What?
Do people actually believe Bowie is 34? I don't think people give a fuck about Bowie's age because people don't really give a fuck about Bowie. Like, honestly, she didn't need to lie about anything. It's like your wallpaper in the house.
I did laugh really hard that apparently she was like dancing and stuff in the house, and the people who were out and were just like, I honestly can't. I'm starting to doubt if she's an actual DJ because she has no rhythm. She cannot find a beat.
So sad.
It's so sad. Like, and that one's not a lie.
Although I'm like, she's kind of a DJ, right?
I mean, she is a DJ.
She probably has DJ equipment.
She's also a lawyer.
Well, it's like when people are like, I'm an entrepreneur. It's like, what do you do? Like you can say you're a DJ. Like, I have DJ equipment. Like, well, do you do it? Like, do you get paid to do it? Well, I mean, I DJ for my friends sometimes. Okay.
So you're not, but
Professionals are professionals.
I'm a musician. You have a guitar.
You get paid. You get paid.
True. Yeah. I'm not shitting on that, but it's like I also think that it's like when somebody's like, I'm an entrepreneur. It's like, what does that mean? Define that. That means I'm in businesses. You know, I buy and sell. It's like there are real entrepreneurs exist, but there are a lot of people that it's like, I don't really have a job description. I'm just gonna say entrepreneur.
It means they're in their early 20s.
That too.
They're a douchebag in their early 20s.
Nailed it.
We're all entrepreneurs at one point.
I'm a pyramid schemer.
I was never.
That's what I would apply to Big Brother as. I would be like, I'm a pyramid schemer.
I sell marriage.
I'm really into MLMs. Just have LuLaRoe under my name.
Infiltrate the top.
Was Wheezy named after the Jeffersons? No, she was named after Lil Wayne.
at the plaza.
My brother has a dog named Boosie after Lil Boosie, and so I named my dog after Wheezy, even though she's a girl. But Wheezy from the Jeffersons plays too. And she wheezes sometimes.
This is new information.
No, it's not.
I didn't know she was named after Lil Wayne.
You absolutely did. When we got her, I was like, let's name her Wheezy after Lil Wayne.
I thought we named her Eloise.
You thought wrong.
Okay.
I hate when mom and dad fight.
Entrepreneur means they're starting to sell insurance.
Honestly.
Okay, I feel like that's about it. That's about what we got. I do like that. I did put that Izzy's like prize was metal concert, and it was just like, oh, actually, it's just not for you. And like she was the third person out.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I'll see you guys later. And then it was like, "Taka-ta, taka-ta, taka-ta, taka-ta." But I had it on mute, and I just remember seeing the like the spinning.
Yeah, because that
That'd be
happened while
really
we were
annoying.
still like on the like our stream on Thursday when she went out, I think. And so I was like, what the hell is happening?
Jonathan says, is the Corey and America showman's called Comerica? No, but it should be. I love that.
No, yeah.
I really enjoy
America
Sweetheart.
Corey.
Yeah, it's America.
Sweetheart.
I love it.
America. All right. Let's wrap this
Comerica.
up. Let's okay, actually the other thing I wrote down was Cerie's alliances that she's in, because it was kind of funny how she is literally in an alliance with everybody. It's for real, 7 Deadly Sins and Legend 25. Legend 25 is
Dope
just
name.
the cool name, not a real alliance to her.
No,
It's just
apparently
to appease Cameron and Red.
she said in there that her real alliance is for real.
Given the name.
But like you would not have guessed.
I would not have guessed.
Also,
Although you could
don't know if it's still
America's
true.
real one was
No, Cerie. She said
Cerie
when she
said-
spoke
yeah.
to her alliances that
Corey-
was the real one.
Corey, Cerie, Izzy, Felicia, and Jared, which makes sense. It's really just her regular alliance with Corey.
Yeah, but that means that Corey's in her real alliance, which is
For now, because it changes every day, and Corey is just
I
the
know.
add-on. Because to me, it's like I mean, watching them watch the competition was like full. Like as long as I can keep Felicia safe and Jared safe and me
Yeah.
safe and Izzy, and she didn't mention Corey in that at all. Because
No.
Corey is just like he's the extra number they need.
I think he's tangentially related. And for a while, I thought he was going to be making it through, but I don't think.
Do we think that Cerie will cut Jared? Eddie's asking in the chat.
No.
No.
I don't.
I think she should.
I think she definitely should. I agree with you on that. From reasons we'll get into here in just a little bit, but yeah, I think that like she should for sure. But I just think it's like that mother mentality. Like you can't catch a kid with a knife. Maybe with a knife. Maybe.
Maybe.
I
So
mean,
yes to both.
one,
yeah.
No, one kind.
If he starts flapping his guns, but we'll talk about that here in a second. But yeah, let's recap. Let's recap some spoilers here in a little bit, and we'll give you our power rankings. If you do not want any spoilers here, this is your time to tune out. We will be back on Wednesday, or Allison and Emma will be back on Wednesday for Ladies' Night. And I don't think I will be crashing this one. I did crash last week's, but I do not think I will be. Oh, noms are Jag and Blue. I'm sorry. Yeah, Cameron put Jag and Blue up. Terrible noms, right? As terrible as you can have.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty basic. Although he was so fucking proud about them. He came in immediately and just kept saying like, just stuck a new feather in my cowboy hat. You can figure out who I'm calling macaroni on nominations. And again, he said it 7 times because no
Dude.
one laughed at it the first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, he is the guy at work that has the one joke
Him and Izzy.
and does it every time. And you're like, my God, dude.
Best
My
days.
God. I could be out there till Sunday. Could have been up there till Sunday. And
Did you hear me? I said Sunday.
but like obviously when we were saying like if Cameron were to win,
Sunday.
like I guess we were just
Sunday.
texting back and forth at that
Sunday.
point. But
Yeah.
it was like Cerie Felicia is the best case scenario for Cameron if he's not an idiot, and he's an idiot, so he's gonna put Jag and Blue up, and I mean that could blow up in his face. Anyways, the Jag's his target. He made that very well known, and yeah, this is not going to go great. This is not going to go great. But we'll talk about some more stuff that may pan out from that with the spoilers here in a second. So if you don't want spoilers, we will talk to you or Allison, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday night with Ladies Night, and they'll be recapping the veto competition and seeing if anybody had taken off the block or who the replacement noms were, telling you who they think is going home the next night. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram, wherever you can follow us at Pass Gravy Bro. I'm at Alex J. Middleton on all socials. Allison is at Affable Allison on Twitter. She's at Almar7490 on Instagram. Emma is at Little EM Tweets and at Emma Lawler on Instagram. So go give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening to podcasts. If you're listening to us, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching us on YouTube, please go hit play on the podcast. Subscribe to the podcast as well. Give us the clicks on both of those. Just hit the play, then you can fade out of it. That's what I'm saying. Just help us out a little bit. But we will talk to you guys Wednesday. If you don't want spoilers, if you do want spoilers, hang tight. We'll be right back to give you spoilers and our Week 4 power rankings.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
All right, let's get into some spoilers. The biggest spoiler, the grossest spoiler.
Grossest? Yeah, okay, I know which one you're talking about now. Biggest, I would have said what happened immediately before the grossest that made the grossest spoiler happen.
Oh, good. Okay.
Weird thing for
Juicy.
Blue to be into, I guess.
Tell you share with everybody the first one then, and then we'll talk about the gross one. All I know is that Cliff Hogg tonight tweeted, well, I'm just happy to know that they had a stool in my season. And I will leave you on that one while Allison explains the other spoiler.
Okay, so Blue and Jared hanging out in the loft. Blue is just, I guess.
Jared has not hinted that there's any secrets or anything from him.
Not
except
at all.
he has.
He never said anything like, oh, I need to stop telling you things because you'll start putting the pieces together. And just straight tells Blue that his mom is in the game. She thinks it's Felicia.
Why?
Which somebody pointed out that his last name in the game to throw people off is Washington. And so if people think that it is Felicia, that's his mom, that's going to, camera's going to be like, I knew she was related to hell.
I love that for him.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. So he did not say that his mom is Suri. He just said his mom is in the game, and she assumed that the oldest person in the game is probably his mom.
I guess.
Solid logic, but then it's like, just look at Suri.
Just
see her face, see his face. It's on a wall. You can go look at him and be like, oh, they're the same person.
Eddie.
Oh, okay. This is
hear
also
that.
Eddie's giving us more spoilers.
Who did Jared tell for us to hear that?
Probably Blue.
He told Blue.
that she likes it.
Well,
You like your hair-
Blue. He
hair
probably.
pulls?
I don't know. He talks to females that way, doesn't he?
He does. But yeah.
So
Blue,
hey, every
Blue
time
was-
you start a sentence with the word females, it freaks me out, man.
yeah, I hate it. Apparently Blue is really into the fact that his mom is in the house, and then they.
I hope he didn't lose. I hope he didn't lose Wi-Fi right there.
No, can you not hear me?
No, I got you.
Our power flickered.
Oh, I was like,
You cut out. I'm sorry.
That's all on you.
Just carry it. Just
I
carry
can't
it.
turn this off. I
Live in our house all night.
It's my own pressure cooker.
Okay. I'm seeing stuff coming in. Okay, so fingers crossed that nothing bad happened there. This is the end of the pod. If it does, my bad. But yeah. So Jared.
Blue super into the fact that his mom's in the house, and they either had sex or they said something about playing rock paper scissors. Which, when you do this, it makes me think maybe it wasn't sex and maybe it was a hand job.
Oh.
Because they played rock, paper, scissors under the blanket. I'm going to stop doing that.
Yeah.
No, just do that. We'll get that gift. Somebody gift that.
Gift that.
Hey, chat, clip that at $37.50. $37.50.
Oh. Yeah, and then he cleaned it up afterwards with some Clorox wipes.
Yeah, that's
Thomas.
character growth because he cleaned up his own mess.
Blue told Jared
I
that
would-
she liked being choked.
Oh,
Oh.
so I was
I
like,
mean,
who's
if
he
she's into
repeating
it, that's great. I thought he was off telling people that, and that's
too?
strange to share. It's not your own news.
Relationship is so new.
So we do say
That's your own news.
we always tweet out, join the tune in and join our conversation. Without Eddie, we don't know this.
Yes.
Huh? See, you're joining the conversation.
But also, anyone
Rock, paper,
surprised?
scissors when they made out.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Then my brain was like, what does rock, paper, scissors mean? Maybe I don't know why that's the link that happened in my
But
brain,
also,
but
why would you
Why?
ever play? That's not a game you play under the blanket. I wouldn't buy
If
it.
you're rocking, you know.
I
but
mean,
like
I get,
also
like,
like, are
why
we
they
giving hand
scissor
jobs
in.
like 8th grade? This is 8th grade.
I
We're
get
giving
why
HJs.
you say it, but it's a game. It's a visual game. Like you got to see.
yeah,
what
you got to see the hands. But
It is kind of like he is
I
an
could
8th
see
grader.
like thumb war because you don't have to see that to play that.
True.
I could see a thumb war under the blanket, but rock paper scissors.
That's why I was thinking that, like, it was like, oh, haha, if anybody asks what's happening, we're playing rock, paper, scissors because you have to make the hand motion.
Yeah.
Yeah. When also like, hey, FYI, you're outside the H.O.H room, and the H.O.H has a TV that can see right outside the H.O.H room. So like, that would be hilarious. And I know that I don't think Cameron was in the H.O.H room, but it would have been really funny. He's like, hey, are they jerking him off? Is he getting jerked off in there? Shit.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I bet
yeah,
they're just
what
playing
is
rock,
it?
paper, scissors.
Slippier than a this.
Blue and Jared know that they're on camera, right? I mean, I don't know how you're on Big Brother and you don't. I do remember when Austin hooked up with Liz.
A lot of people don't know.
They thought
But
that
like
was on
people
the
that
HOH.
like there are people that think they just turn the cameras off, and that's insane because it's like they say that you're going to be 24/7 filmed. You got to know that. The season 20 or season 17 when Austin would tell Liz that like, oh, in the HOH room at night, if you turn the lights off, they don't see this stuff.
Also made a lot of jokes
I think Bean's watching behind.
in the week.
We know, Bean. We played it.
They kept saying if we just go really hard, like go wild on each other, they can't show that. So I really think that neither of them have any
They can.
shame or fear of that.
Well,
being
but okay, so that's the thing is
I love Angela's question.
right? Didn't think ahead.
You win question of the night.
Didn't even
Question
provide
of
the
the night.
towel.
And his plan was, where is he gonna put the jizz? I think it was under a blanket, so it's just on that blanket, and you just hope that nobody else uses that blanket and asks questions.
His mom
Go
was
watch it
messing up.
immediately. What are you talking about? If it's a public blanket, go watch it. I don't have no. You
What if the
can't say
backyard's
that.
closed?
They threw
Oh,
laundry
no.
inside.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But still, you know he's not watching that himself. He's like,
Mom, can you wash my jizz blanket?
Um.
I spilled something on it. It's really sticky.
I
Or
hate
the
it.
stool. They should just use the stool. When you think about it, the stool is very classy when it's fucking in the Big Brother house, right? Like that's about as classy as you can be.
Okay, so I want to say
They did do it in the
Jessica
shower, Ashley. That's why we were talking. The stool, it was
Yeah.
the sex stool.
in the
So that's
shower.
what Kay was talking
I
about.
just
Yeah.
don't think they care.
He was getting his.
I want to
I
say
see
it was Jessica and Cody just
Okay.
said that they just don't even hide it, and they like are on the feeds and are like, all right, everybody who's watching on these cameras in this room with us where we're alone, we're about to take all of our clothes off and have sex, not under a blanket. So like, do with that what you will. And then they can't show that.
Okay.
But like when they try to hide themselves under a blanket, they absolutely can because you're not actually showing anything. You're just showing movement.
Hey, I know Rob has a podcast as their like post-show thing, but you're not hearing jizz sock talk on that. All right, I'm just letting you know. You want to know what separates us? We're the fun Big Brother podcast. We talk about jizz socks and jizz blankets. Like you
Can
ain't
you
seeing this.
imagine Taryn ever talking about a sea dumpster?
And I love Taryn. Taren's awesome.
Taryn.
But like, but you don't get these kind of conversations
We
over
don't
there,
do
right?
that.
That's why you kind of pass through, bro. We're real hard-hitting questions that we're answering. about jizz
For
socks.
those.
I think actually a good old fashioned
Hard,
jizz
hard
sock would have been a great
socks.
idea.
It would have been a great idea, but he would have had to know it was coming. No pun intended.
Yeah.
And I
Was
bet
he,
he definitely
like,
taught
just
the
take
boys
his
to
own sock off real fast.
Great question from. Although like that would be like low key. More so like you could just be like, I don't have shoes on, I have socks on, and then all of a sudden one sock's off, you throw the other one down, like, oh sorry, this one was up here, and then you just take it.
Maybe she was like, let me touch it.
I don't know.
She
But
seems
Todd does ask.
like she's a freak, right?
Todd's asking if he lasted longer than Kyle did last season. I do
would
not
imagine.
know.
Don't
Eddie,
know. Didn't watch.
the area was Corey's favorite spot. Jared's best friend of the game. Oh, Corey does love that spot.
Corey loves that spot. Although he and America have been snuggling on the hammock a lot.
I love it.
Dude, yeah, him and America is very wholesome, and I do like they're like just roasted each other. That is pretty funny. Like I do like how much like they just make
She's too old for him.
America.
How dare she?
This is
But
27.
yeah, she's
She's 6
crazy
years
about
older than him.
Who cares? Go for it, buddy. Get it.
I know, but if the roles were reversed, we'd be like, ew, gross.
No, you're not wrong. Absolutely.
Right.
But they're so cute.
Yeah, Okay, so
I
Jag
forget
and Blue
well.
being the noms, Cameron really wants it to be Jag out.
It's not.
Given what's going down this week. Now
Cere's
Suri
gonna
and
get blew out. Absolutely.
But Suri and Felicia do not know that Jared has told, correct?
I don't know if
I think it just happened.
I don't think that they know that she's told that sorry, I just saw
Bean's definitely on a little bit of a delay.
gotta be. I don't know if anybody has told anybody else that Jared told Blue.
Oh, nice.
I guess you could say he was jagging off. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Fucking, I miss CSI Miami so much.
Of course you do.
CSI Miami is watch all the time.
I had no idea. This is new
Horatio,
information I'm learning.
dude, if you want to watch CSI, like I am fucking down.
He's in.
He got killed by a tire. I guess you could say he was tired.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna go with, I guess you could say it, tracks.
Yeah.
We used to do that bit on Pass the Gravy where anytime we would just make really shitty, cheesy jokes like that, and then we would just do the It was great. Always crushed. And now we don't have a song.
Like a tire. No, not me.
Do they just blacklight the place after every season and clean it, or is all the DNA stayed and mixed together? I mean, they do change like the cushions and stuff a lot, so I'd imagine that a lot of it goes out. Because
Yeah, but
the inside is redecorated and stuff.
yeah, but they found Meech's extensions the following season.
Okay, so they don't clean it that well.
So like, yeah, Big Meech,
Extension.
Big Meech apparently
All of
lost
those
some
words are
extensions.
extensions of other words that.
When is that a sentence you say? The season after Big Meech, they found her extensions in the room that used to be. I remember when it was the safari room. It was Cliff Notes room.
Yes.
And it like hasn't been a thing since.
The wave room.
I always call it the
now
genie
Oh,
bottle
it's
room.
a gym.
Now it's a gym.
Now it's the gym.
It's a gym, yeah.
It used to be like the
It's
beehive or
jewelry.
I would always call it the genie bottle from Real World. Remember they would always have the phone?
Oh yeah.
The phone
Yeah,
would
yeah,
always
yeah,
be in that random little room like that.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm talking about. But the
Well,
genie
there
bottle,
had
like the
to be
first one
Real
season
World.
of Real World,
Okay.
it was literally like it was a round
said
like
they
just
always had
cushions.
it. Sorry, you're right. Mom and Dad should fight. I love you.
We're not fighting.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago. Maybe his stuff's just showing up.
I don't know.
right?
We just saw it and
Yeah, we just saw it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you joining us, Bean. It's
Yeah.
always fun when Bean's there. Imagine Jared gets Blue pregnant. Well, didn't Swaggy and Bailey get?
yeah, she got pregnant in the house. I did see someone tweet something about how like Suri needs to get Jared's ass in check because there's no way Mama Suri's gonna become Grandmama Suri on national TV.
I would love to see that unfold, though. In all honesty.
I mean, I think that's one of the reasons that Suri wants Blue out so bad.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to like.
Yeah. Well, you were like I love Bean. Like I've done that. Sometimes I'll watch like Taryn's live feed updates and I'll like join late and then I'm like commenting along, but I'm like I'm 12 minutes behind. Never mind. And that we were like Bean's just replying to something that we talked about 5 minutes ago. When he said something about Wheezy, I was like, I don't know. I mean, he can ask him what Wheezy. Maybe he's just thinking about Wheezy. And then he said something else, and I was like, okay, I think he might just be behind.
Just consistently behind.
Would the baby be called Blue Jay? I don't hate that.
I don't hate that. They don't call him Jay though. They call him Pooh. So he'd be Blue Pooh. Some Pooh.
Blue Pooh. Bestie Blue Pooh.
Wow. Kitty purr.
Kitty purr. Yeah. Weird. So yeah, Blue is not the target for Cameron, but Cameron's a weirdo that doesn't know who to nominate. So I'm gonna nominate with the house, even though the house didn't really tell him anybody, and he kind of just was like, Jag's my target now. He's gonna really hate it when Suri makes sure that is not who goes home. She's gonna be like, look, this fucking piece of shit's trying to get with my son. She's trying to get with my son. I on the prize. Look ahead. We have fucking $750,000 to win here. What are we doing?
I feel like it's a good. That is probably the main reason why she wants Blue out. They are flipping on Corey right now, which I hate. But like I think they want him out before they want Corey out now. So like I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I have been trying to catch up with the feeds, but today's been a busy day, so I am only at like 11 o'clock from last night.
Well, I do hate it because like
so many flips behind.
I feel like when you watch the feeds, though, like we were watching it earlier, and it was like them just chilling in the pool, and then it was just Izzy and like Izzy spins her wheels a lot. And I'm not saying like she's a bad player or anything like that, but she just talks a lot about like potential things. And like it was her and Jag, I think, today we were watching. And it was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I do not know what you're talking about. And it was like weeks ahead moves potentially. And it was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like I hate having a Big Brother conversation when you tune in on feeds where it's like 6 weeks down the road. Like, so naturally, like, we obviously got to get Jag out. And we got to get so-and-so out. And then none of this matters if you guys don't always win H.O.H. Like, you're just assuming that you win out. And it's like, that's never going to happen. Show me one season of Big Brother where that happened perfectly. That it wasn't, besides Bomb Squad, that was really the only one where it just was like a steamroll and they were just, the whole alliance was the good people. And like somebody's always going to win weird, and maybe a Cameron week where we think there's going to be chaos. And I was like, when it got down to, I think 6 or so people, I was like, I hope it's Cameron. I really hope it's Cameron just because I want to be going
Cameron's
down.
Still in it. It was like, that was going to be fun feeds. My friend texted me that she had turned the feeds on like 2 seconds before America let go. And she was like, oh my God, I just tuned in to check. And oh my God, there was a winner. And I mean, just in all text, I responded to her because I was like running to do lunch duty. And I was like, okay.
Is there any chance of romance between Jag's eyebrows and Izzy's?
Ooh.
I did not realize Izzy doesn't shave her armpits, which you're allowed to do. You're entitled as a strong, powerful woman, but not my style, not my preference. But it doesn't matter.
Do you shave your own armpits then?
I don't, but I think it's kind of gross.
Oh, so we're a hypocrite.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a double standard. I'm allowed to like what I like. There was one where it was like her, like she had her hands up like this, and I was like, "Oh, didn't know that." And it's just like it catches you off guard at first. When you don't expect it, you're like, "Whoa, whoa!"
She looks like someone who wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know why you would have been surprised. I would have been surprised if she.
I wasn't surprised. It's just it catches you off guard sometimes. You're like, oh, that's a lot of hair.
It's sure.
Those are Ashley is right. Those armpits are something.
They are.
I will say that those armpits
Yeah.
are something.
Angela's right that armpits are always disgusting.
always
Hallie
disgusting.
Ray says Emma should shave Alex's armpits to make
She
me more aerodynamic when I fight.
Yeah.
For all your fighting.
When I fight,
And
that was
when he
just a
swims.
quote
Who
from
you fighting?
just a quote from
Who
Pineapple
you
Express.
fighting?
Armpits are
Ooh.
disgusting. Yeah. So Blue's probably gonna go, huh? That's the way it's looking.
Yeah.
Oh wait, she's on my team.
Well, if you think about it, when Blue goes, I don't think Jared's gonna get any better.
No, I think he's
It's
pissed.
got a great team.
He's
Jared's
pissed
gonna make it to the
that
end.
he's pissed that they want Blue out. It's the way that
No, the chick he's banging, he's pissed that he's not just gonna get to bang in the house.
No, he's,
Well, when
he's jobbing.
Suri told him, he was like, "Well, I don't trust anyone now then because she's." And Suri was like, "She's what?" And he was like, "My
Mom, I'm
plus
banging
one.
her.
My person, my extra person. We all have an extra person, and she's mine, Mom."
She touches my
Mom.
wiener sometimes. She touches my pecker sometimes,
My
Mom.
pecker feels nice in her.
And I liked it
I
too.
hate it. I hate
Blue
it.
showed me her boobies and I liked it too.
My mom said it is true. It's very water boy feeling.
It is Waterboy.
Well, that's what's like. What did you think, bro? You came on a show with your mom. You can't be hooking up. Would you like your mom's just gonna be super chill about that? You know what I'm saying? She's one of those tactical reality show
Gutsy.
players of like our generation of all time, and like you're gonna just think she's gonna be like, "This is chill."
He's gutsy.
I died. I don't remember how long ago Taylor tweeted this, but she tweeted something about like, like, what if you wanted to fuck in the house, but your mom was there? And she retweeted that today, and she goes, "Well, never mind."
Well,
Well, that girl is the devil.
Devil.
Veronica Vaughn showed me her boobies and I liked them
I
too.
liked him too.
She could, and she could have walked up. Anybody could have, man. Like at the top of the
There
stairs,
was no door.
right? Like what? Do they want to fuck in the living room? Just
It
do
was
that.
Just a job.
Okay.
We don't know that. That was my brain thought rock, paper, scissors meant hand motions meant hand jobbing. And I thought do the hand jive.
That wasn't the first time that Jared had a woman the same as his mom. It was very 8th grade mentality where it's like, my mom's downstairs. Give me a quick HJ and under the blanket real fast.
It works. It checks out.
So I'm gonna find out and get back to Suri. And then also, here's my thought on this, because I don't think enough people are talking about that. Blue could get pissed if she finds out she's going and she'll be like, oh, it's Jared trying to backstab me because he knows his mom's in the house and he's worried about people finding out about his secret and me blowing up. And it's like she could blow up everybody's game if she lets you die.
She sounds more crazy being like, Jared's mom's here. I don't know who, but she's here.
Jared's mom's here.
Felicia.
I'd be
So
like-
one of those
I'd
two.
be like, she's making it up.
And then but all you gotta do is be like,
Oh,
one of
is
those
she?
I don't
two.
even go here.
One of those two is Jared's mom, and then like people are gonna look at Suri eventually. Like, oh shit!
And then Suri's gonna be like, hey, I run this whole house. Stop thinking about it. And everyone will stop thinking about it.
But also, do you think that like I don't know if
What was the
Blue
timing,
actually
Eddie? What
believed
was the
it.
timing, please? Please, if Eddie could give us times.
I have the
He's our sexpert.
Our sexpert, yes, our sexpert Eddie, in the chat.
How does he do it?
They did the deed, Ashley. If you see, like, right when you walk out of the H.O.H room, there's the bumper pool table, and then there's that little like ledge, that little like couch area that people hang out on, and that's Corey's favorite spot. And they banged on or hand jobbed or whatever. They did the deed there because then there was video
Someone made a
of
mess.
Jared, what Clorox wiping cloth because Clorox wipe works on cloth usually.
His mom usually cleans.
implication that it was just someone and you don't know which one of them made the mess.
Had to be. You think, I don't know.
Honestly, you know?
Is it possible that people might think Bowie is Jared's mom? It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible. Probably not probable, but possible. Let's not rule anything out. Good point being. Just call it sexy time. Poor Corey's gonna sit there. Yes, he is. He loves that spot. He lays
Honestly-
there all the time. And American might make out there. That might be their 1st kiss.
See if he's there now.
On the jizz cushion.
I feel like that is got to be something that they need to put the house on lockdown and like legitimately clean that. That is not okay. Like that's just really gross. Like I can't. You can't like
Corey's bare bottom.
Isn't that a thing that like you can't? That's like during COVID when people were like licking ice cream like and then putting it back in the freezer, and it was like they were going to. It's like not chemical; it's biological warfare.
Prepper, do you have the time that the deed was done between Jared and Blue? We're trying to get a feeds time if you happen to have one.
They're alone in a room right now.
Ooh, if you're watching feeds right now, they are in there. With production coming clean up what they've been doing in the backyard. I mean, they I feel like production has to clean the house somewhat, and like they may be like, we gotta clean like that spot.
No way.
Well, I did.
Well, Jared's not the best Big Brother player.
Because it's the female's job being.
That is what females are supposed to do. According, that's not me saying that's Jared hypothetically saying that.
No, it's Jared absolutely
he thinks it. If he doesn't say it. Does the couch smell like salty bleach? Okay, around 1:15 a.m. Pacific time is when the deed occurred. If anyone wants to go back and watch that,
an hour before that on this.
Oh, so
no, I'm reading updates. I am not watching. Ew, Ashley, if it's wet, don't touch it.
That's a solid strategy. It's a solid plan for sure.
Why didn't he take off his little bandana? You know he was wearing it.
Maybe he was wearing his bonnet.
Yeah.
He's wearing it right now.
Apparently, they're not even gonna tell Jared that they're like fully flipping the vote.
Yeah, you shouldn't. He seems like he might blow it up.
Yeah.
Also, here's another.
We won't know either.
Just Dana.
Here's another hypothetical that I've thought. If Blue's getting desperate, like Blue, I don't know why she would, but Blue could be. Oh, nobody. They're playing bumper pool. No one's sitting down though, which is good.
Thank God.
But like, what if Blue is getting desperate and she's meeting with Felicia this week to try and rally some support? And she's like, "Hey, look, Jared told me y'all's secret," and Felicia's like, "What secret? That we're working together?" She's like, "No, that you're his mom." And Felicia's like, "I'm not Jared's mom." Wait, what? And Blue's like, "But he said his mom's in the game. Do you think his mom could be Suri?" And then there's a whole flip around, and then Cameron ends up getting Jag out because they keep Blue because Blue works to flip on Jag or on Jared, and then Suri is in the crosshairs.
Also, Bean, I would like to say that that is not my thought. It is what I assume Jared thinks.
Prepper says Joker's chat saying 3:45 a.m. Big Brother time. So maybe they were banging for like a 3-hour span. There was a 3-hour span that something could have gone down.
Good for him.
So he definitely lasted longer.
Outlasted Kyle. Outwit, outlast, outplay.
I like
Outjack.
Female. That's what Big Brother's all about this season. Let's get into some power rankings. We do have week 4 power rankings to get into. I'll start first because I feel like you're going to roast mine because Allison and I were kind of chatting a little bit. We didn't give away our power rankings.
Mine are terrible.
I think no. Stop. You know mine are the worst.
Okay. Week 4 Big Brother power rankings, and this is just based on like how I think the game is just shaping up right now. Mine are very similar to what they were last week. They actually may be the exact same if I don't know. Regardless, number 1.
You're starting with 1?
No, I'm gonna start with 5. I'll start with 5. I'll put Corey as 5 just because Suri saying the For Real Alliance is her like A1 right now. Even if Corey is the add-on, Corey gets along with everybody. He does kind of understand the game. Even last week, there was a point where when Suri was considering flipping again, like flipping the vote and keeping Heisem, he was like, Suri is one of the greatest reality players of all time. I just don't understand. Like I didn't expect her to be this way. Like she's just she's waffling a lot, and it was very like good recognition to the point to where like maybe that's something he recognized, like she's gonna not be sure, so if he needs to jump ship at a certain point and use that Andy Heron move or whatever he does. I think Corey is, he's already got America on his side. I think Corey could do that, but Corey's 5 because he's the outside guy of that real alliance. Those are the top 4 for me. I go Jared at 4 because I think he's gonna shoot himself in the foot, and I can't not put him in the top 5 because Cerie's his mom and she's gonna just backpack him and drag him all the way to the end if she can. Jared's my 4. Felicia's my 3. For somebody that just like sit home a huge player and made a big move that like you get a lot of credit for at the end if you're sitting there saying I got rid of Heisem who won 3 competitions in the first 2 weeks, like she's not on anyone's radar at all. Like no one's even considered like putting Felicia up. I thought like Cameron should have Cerie Felicia would have been the most sense because she just got somebody out. Like I don't understand. Yeah. Felicia's like there's no doubt she's a jury member already. Mm-hmm. Felicia's probably top 5 already, unless it's like a random casualty of some other shit. But like Felicia's just no one's got her anywhere near the radar. She's 3. Izzy's 2 because she's a dog. She's a dog, man. She does all the dirty work. She's in every conversation. She knows about a lot of stuff going on. Just I don't know.
Why the laughs?
Because of Ashley's comment.
Oh.
Maybe Jared should use his mouth for some other things other than telling blue stuff. Very good point.
Yeah, I support it.
So yeah, I got Izzy as 2 because she's a dog for Cerie, and I mean she is a dog. What are you talking about? She's always like
wolf, Raven.
She's as close to Raven as you can be, but she has actual productive conversations that Raven didn't have. But she only follows kind of what Cerie follows, though. So she's like she does a lot of stuff. She thinks for herself, but she only pulls the trigger on stuff that Cerie kind of gives her the okay on because she has to go check in with Mama Cerie. Cerie's obviously my number 1 because like it's her game to lose, and I'm gonna say that every single week until something blows up, and hopefully that happens soon. But like, I like Cerie.
Boring.
I do like Cerie, but it could be because just like it is very much like what's going on here. But like if Blue can blow up some shit, man, on the way out, I hope I like Jag, and I think I have him on my fantasy team, so I hope that Jag stays.
I hope that as Blue walks out, she's like, "Give your mom a hug for me, Jared."
Right? Like that'd be pretty
great. Which one is it? Show me. Which one's your mom?
Raven's graduating GPA was dance. She just got married. Congratulations, Raven. Not to Matt. I like Jag. Yeah, Jag's tight. Jag too. Jag's a likable dude. He's he has a terrible read on the house. It's like
he's not great at the game.
If you looked at like the worst reads on the house are Red, Cameron, and Jag, I would say, correct?
I don't think so.
Bowie?
Does Bowie have a read on the house?
He has no read, so
Red
one of the
has
worst.
a better one than Bowie.
But Red also said that he thinks that Izzy or that Cerie looks at him as a closer ally than Izzy.
I think that's changing. They know they clocked something fairly recently that was like, oh, okay,
he said that, and then he saw like how Izzy was upset that Cameron won, so then he kind of had that chat about that. But it's like I don't know. I don't think that they have a good read anyways, and Cameron just hears nothing but whatever he's saying. So Cameron, I don't think sees it. But yeah, I go Cerie, Izzy, Felicia, Jared, and Corey as my top 5. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
You want to? Okay.
Because mine are the exact same.
Exact same. Okay.
But
for the same reasons, kind of.
Yeah. No, I want to give Izzy just a little bit more. She's there because she was the right place, the right time, found out the secret right away, but they covet her more than I thought they would. I thought they were just going to use her as a tool, but they're like listening to her. And Felicia, who I'm shocked still doesn't know. I'm surprised no one has been like, let's tell her just to make it easier. Because conversation's got to be hard. It's got to be so hard to come up with so many ways to bring Jared into something.
Absolutely,
because I'm sure
it is.
Like,
it really
why?
is.
Why this guy?
Are we gonna keep dragging this guy that doesn't really talk to us or anything?
Yeah.
But those 3 ladies, they're getting it done. And Izzy was not wrong about them being underdogs, even though they're in the majority alliance. Like, they voted out their most strong guy, and they still get to pick who goes home this week. So, good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Go
All
for
right.
them.
Allison.
I'm not confident. I'm not confident here. But there are reasons for some of this stuff.
All right.
So, for info, I fucking hope that's true, Pepper.
He was searching the bathroom. Yeah, Pepper 101. They gotta have one in this case. They
There's
got it.
gotta be one in here.
They told me.
Interestingly, though, there is technically an immunity idol because of America's vote right now.
Yeah, we just got and Cerie's obviously gonna be one of the 4. So
this is how they combat Luke.
I know, but I want it to be. See, I feel like people are going to vote America Corey for this, and I think that Cerie is not the best at comps.
what Jared wins it, and then Jared's
not going to get this vote. Are you kidding me? I don't think Jared's going to get this vote.
I kind of want to vote for Jared just so he can save Blue. Chaos.
Oh my god, that would be terrible. Okay, so Bean, you can't vote.
The white vote.
It's a third party vote.
It was my write-in. And number 5, I have Corey. He is quickly becoming a target, but I feel like he's often a target and then not a target.
He's a target and then he's not. It's like every other day.
He's on the radar. He's just always on the radar.
Because you're like, what's Corey up to? I don't know. He had actually gave me some good info, so maybe we go with Corey.
In the way of like, if it's a mental comp, he's gonna win, so we need to keep him on our side. And if it's whatever, like they want him on their side. Like nobody wants him to be coming after them. So like he's got that fear of like everybody's like kind of afraid of him in that regard. But like also, I don't know. He also knows the most, aside from Jared, about both sides of the house. And then in number 4, I have Red because spoiler, he won veto.
Oh yeah.
And veto ceremony has not happened yet. If they catch wind of this flip, they could backdoor Izzy. That was their plan from the beginning.
Love that.
If they find out that people are trying to flip on them and like blindside them by keeping Jag, they could fucking they could absolutely backdoor Izzy. Like they've got options right now. So I've got Red as number 4. He does legitimately have power right now.
Right.
So that is why he's there. Otherwise, he wouldn't be close, but he currently has a power that he could use. For 3, I have Cameron because he is H.O.H.
But is he just not doing anything with his H.O.H? Because I feel like he hasn't run his own H.O.H.
Oh, no, he's not doing shit with his H.O.H, but he
is H.O.H.
He is H.O.H.
Power.
He does have power to have H.O.H. And again, if he it's an if. They have to find out that there's the flip coming for them.
True. Yeah.
And if they do, he could, honestly, I think that if he does backdoor Izzy, I think Izzy goes.
I think they can get the votes, especially if they get wind and like that's public knowledge, like what's going on. Hey, they're trying to motherfuck all of us and do this. Like, then I think, absolutely, I think that Izzy goes out.
Or if they catch wind and they veto Blue and put Izzy next to Jag, that's a nice fuck you. Get out who I want to get out, or here's your best friend.
That's true. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
It would be good. I don't know if they will do it, but they could. So maybe it's a optimistic.
Right.
One. I like that Bean gives us the ages every time because I always forget how old
Yeah.
they are.
Where are the 5 votes for Izzy? I mean, because
Uh,
hypothetically, if you get them though, like you find out that the flip almost happened, you get Red, you get America, you get Corey, you get Matt, and
think-
you get
I think you get Bowie.
Oh, you can get
Bowie.
Bowie.
Yeah,
I think they'd get Bowie because Bowie is also Bowie.
and
was
if you
complaining
took
about
Jag
Izzy
down,
today.
oh no, you wouldn't take Jag down.
You
wouldn't
take Blue down.
You take Blue down, but then does Blue give you the vote because you were gonna save her?
Blue votes out Izzy because Jag's her number 1.
Right, so then you would have 6 votes.
Yeah.
In that. So yeah, that's a solid little scenario that I can easily see that playing out. This all hasn't happened, but this all could potentially happen.
I'm not sure they would have Matt because Matt is very like as soon as somebody told Matt about or like an alliance, he immediately went and told Suri and was like, but don't worry, I'll be a part of it, and then I'm just gonna bring you all the information.
Yeah.
And so like I don't know if they have Matt. Matt is weird. They're all like under Suri's mist, but yeah, I would say Red would vote her out, America would vote Izzy out, Corey would vote Izzy out, Blue would vote Izzy out. And I think Bowie.
You win
and
Bowie.
Then that's a tiebreaker. It would go to Cameron.
Yeah. Okay, and that's some power right there. Solid reasoning for
love it.
Cameron being
Okay.
your power rankings. Good point.
So it is very optimistic. It's very hope for chaos, but there's a lot of time for shit to happen, for people to figure things out before.
It just takes one person to spill the beans, too. It really just takes one person to spill the beans. And then Blue, if she realizes they're trying to like motherfucker, like,
yeah,
he's got all of the information in the world to just unleash.
Oh, absolutely. They have, and it's Jared's fault. Jared has let out information. Cameron and Red know Jared's been leaking information from the beginning. They have like really. Thank you, Bean. It is.
I actually do.
Don't know.
All of your points make sense.
It felt like I was throwing them together, but it was gut, and this is the reasoning behind the gut. I don't know. It's just there's a lot going on. Anyway, all that being said, for number 2, I have Izzy because she is
Suri's number 2 or number 1.
Suri's number 2.
Yeah.
I mean, she's Suri's visible number 2. I think obviously Jared's her real number 2, but or number 1. I don't know.
Yeah,
aside from Suri herself. Yeah. And then I have Suri at 1.
Okay, so you got the same.
Likely it's gonna go with Suri Izzy's route, but if they find out, then Cameron and Red do have the power.
They do have a lot of power in that. That's a good way to put it.
And they should use it.
They should, and I'm rooting for that. That's the most fun season.
Well, and the fact that like they together have that, where like if the only thing that would be better is if Cameron won veto and like just had literally all the power. But like it's if anybody aside from Cameron were going to be able to do something with it, it would have to be Red. So like the fact that they have both, they could make something happen.
So Suri, Izzy, Cameron, Red, and Corey is Allison's, and then Em and I both have Suri, Izzy, Felicia, Jared, and Corey in those orders. Those are our week 4 power rankings. We'll post them tomorrow. And I always like when we post our power rankings to people that give us their 5. Because sometimes people just say, like, we suck. All right, I get it. We always had the best power rankings. It sounds like people like, you guys fucking suck. You're like idiots. Are you watching the show, you fucking dumbasses? It's like, then give me your 5. Genius. Give me your 5.
Yeah, I will say I bumped Felicia all the way down to number 8 on my list because I don't think she has power. I think she is liked.
She has safety.
I think she's wrong.
Maybe safety and power is a little bit
different.
But I think safety is the best power.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Second best thing to power would be safety.
These aren't safety rankings, and that's a good point.
They're not safety rankings.
That's a great point. And on that note, why don't we wrap up tonight's pod? At Passive Gay Bros, where you go. I love the chat tonight. This is maybe the most filled chat we've had. I appreciate everybody for hanging with us. We've done an hour 18, and you guys wrote it out with us. This was the best episode of the season tonight, I think. The most fun to watch, entertainment-wise. I really had fun watching the pressure cooker. I really had fun that they did all of that. There's so much stuff that's unfolding, and I'm really excited. Week 4 of Big Brother right now, and we are really in a good spot for this season being one of the best all-time seasons. I think, was it season 20, Tyler and Casey's season? What?
I'm just laughing because that's the literal opposite thing that Taryn tweeted. It was like, all right, it's fine. I get it. We're being punked. This is a joke.
Yeah.
This season sucks. We get it. This isn't real.
I was having an issue with it.
Do you think it's bad though?
No, I think they're just what we think is Team Fun Feeds is paranoia coming out in too much gaming.
But that's what the game is, man. That's why they built the house. That's why they put you in there. So you get freaked out and you do that shit. And it's like, I get that. That game wise, that's cool. But
we also
Derek season 6. That's true.
Every single day and have to I feel for the guy trying to navigate the minefield that is the feeds right now.
Yeah. I get that too. Taryn Armstrong, if you want to watch his live feed updates, we already said the podcast name on that. You can go you just fucking find him. All right. We're not getting enough free ads. Come hang out with us when you want to talk jizz socks. When you want somebody that watches the live feed 24/7 and is the best recapper of live feeds, probably because that's his job. Then Taryn Armstrong's the guy. Taryn Armstrong's the guy. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is just so much fun because it does seem like a potential steamroll, but there's so much chaos that could just happen. And even the people in steamroll are chaotic themselves, which is just just keep giving us this. Keep giving us this. Keep churning it out. We've had the cookout over the last couple of seasons. The cookout was awesome. The cookout was cool. It served its purpose, but it was not a super fun season because it was a steamroll. And this is the most fun I've had since season 20, I feel like, when you had Tyler and you had level 6, even though that was a steamroll, it was a fun steamroll.
They didn't know it was a steamroll.
But a fun steamroll is still fun to me, right?
Yeah.
And it's they give us that. Just be fun. There's people that had paranoia. There's fighting. There's all kinds of shit like that. Give me a little bit of that. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Ladies' night on Wednesday. Allison and Emma are going to be recapping it. And then Thursday night, I think you guys have to do it again because I have to be at the Rod Ryan Show Pregnant Bikini Contest. So y'all are going to have ladies' night Wednesday and Thursday. So, maybe I do hop in on Wednesday if I have time. No guarantees, but it might just be ladies' night. We'll get ladies' night one of the nights, though. But you guys have a great rest of your evening. Don't forget to weigh in with your power rankings. We post the graphic tomorrow. Share us with a friend, please, that watches Big Brother. It would really help us out a lot. And give us that 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/@PassiveGay Podcast or Passive Gay Bro Podcast. And then just search Passive Gay Bro. My bad. I do the other podcast too, and I'm used to promoting that as well.
Yeah, that's not the URL. It's youtube.com/
just search Passive Gay Bro Podcast on YouTube. My bad, guys. You guys have a great rest of your night, a great week. We'll talk to you guys on Wednesday on another fun-filled edition of Passive Gay Bro. Until then, pass the gravy, bros.
Big brother, it's Big Brother. It's my brother, it's your brother, it's our brother. It's his brother, it's her brother, it's their brother. On Pass the Gravy, bro.